Where the Force leads, I will follow.
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 Where I lead, they will follow. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to Tales from the Table Studios. We are so excited to be back with another episode of Path of the Fates with our wonderful Chaos children. We're avoiding calling them Sith respectfully. Our wonderful Chaos children. Say hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Perfect. Wonderful. We got there. Love to see it. I don't want to spend too much time hanging on other stuff because we got a lot to get to today. So, real quick, hey, y'all, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I am the creative director for Tales from the Table Studios. You can find me at It's Drake Lionheart on all socials, and at TFTT Studios everywhere as well, because that's where we do things. And here, because this is the only place where where Tales from the Table Studios isn't too long to be the thing, so it's the thing here. And that's me, and I'm just gonna throw things to Extell.
Hello, everybody. That's me. I'm Extell, at Extra the King on all the socials. And you can catch me right now, right here, because I'm playing Ronin Nil, aka the name reveal, I believe, happened a couple episodes ago, aka Darth Bellator. Super excited to get down to what we got going on today. Very excited.
Heck. Yeah, Cass.
Sorry, there are baby crimes happening outside my door.
Oh,
It's been a morning with my children. Hello, everyone. My name is Cass. I can talk today, y'all. I can so fucking talk today. My name is Cassidy, aka Yoda or Yoda Almighty. I am playing the Dathomir Night Sister, formerly known as Kedri Zahn, officially lost that name in a flashback of the last episode, wasn't it? I revealed that.
Yeah.
And now I am known as Darth Odias. What else was I supposed to do?
Yeah, no.
I think that's it. So.
you know.
If you enjoy what these wonderful folks get up to here and you want to see more of them, there are a couple ways to do so. Obviously, you can check out their socials, which are linked over in the chat right now, or you can join us over on our Discord, where we have a cool channel that is all about meeting the cast. It tells you all of the cool projects they're in, where you can find them, what they're up to, all that cool stuff. It's also a great way for you to come and say hi to them, to me, to all of the people who we have across all of our different casts for whatever shows we're running when we're running them. Right now, I think it's just this, but it's fine. We'll get there. It's also a great way to stay up to date with some of the cool stuff that we're doing. First chance to get your eyes on casting or any other projects that we're working on. Be involved in our community nights and events and all the other cool stuff that we have in the pipeline. It's also just a great community of creatives and just human beings and a great place to be. And if you want to join us there, we'd love to have you. The link is over in the chat. Now with that, I think we should get right into today's episode because, like I said before, oh boy, we have a lot to do. So I think as our camera comes in, we see ourselves a very familiar shot, again, with the stars, just streamed across in the darkness of space. Beyond them, we see a small moon sitting atop what seems to be a brown dead planet. And then, and then we see a familiar ship cut past as the event horizon moves past our camera, engines flaring out as it goes. Eventually, we find ourselves passing one of the windows, and it begins to move forward through that window, and we find Ronin hunched over, working on something. Would you like to tell us about that, Ronin?
I'm working on a new lightsaber. Using the Kyber crystal from the lightsaber we took from Frieden Nad. I've been feeling naked without a second one. We all know, like, I like my dual wielding, so I've been working hard in building my first ever lightsaber. I think this is the first time I've built one ever. Every other one has been stolen. Stole from
Permanently
someone.
borrowed.
Permanently borrowed.
Some of them were given as gifts by me, but I stole them.
But those were also also permanently borrowed.
It's the way the world goes. So this is going to be my first own custom one. And it's a process that he's taking very seriously. He's hunched over and he is kind of like in the zone. He's got that same in for Odias. This is something a look you've only ever seen on his face when he's fighting. Almost this mix of intense focus and sheer joy on his face. You can probably guess that he's imagining all the people he's gonna do battle with this, and it excites him.
And I feel like as the only one who's actually trained to build lightsabers, she's just like walking by and being like, no, no, other way. And then like keep walking to do whatever she's off to.
Any tips you give him, he immediately starts on it. He'll there is no attachment to his like intuition that he's kind of following as he's doing. There's no attachment to it, if that makes sense. If there's a better way to do something and you point it out to him, he immediately starts doing that.
Oh yeah, I think she probably gave you a basic rundown and like pulled up some schematics that she may have had from when she was training, and then just knowing who you are, just set them down and was like, call me if you need help. Like, you can do it. I have faith in you.
So, the two of you currently are on your way to that wonderful, lovely moon that we saw in our first shot, following a tip from, we'll call it a friend, a well-paid friend, about a potential group of Mandalorians who had taken up residence there, away from the reinvigorated Mandalore, for one reason or another. Because I do believe the two of you have plans for some of the cool things you found recently, if nothing else. However, I will also say, Odias, since making it back to the ship, your guide has been voicing may not be the right term, but expressing their displeasure as often as possible. However, you notice that there's been a bit of a change. See, where so many times in the past you would be racked, plagued by pain and misery when this is the case, in this instance, it seems little more than just flashing lights and mildly discomforting heat where you are in contact with the holocron.
I took that shit off my belt and just set it on a table.
And it's just been there?
He can bitch all he wants.
Wonderful. I think on occasion, if you glance over at it, you'll see that the areas like surrounding it on the table, the metal, has taken on that sort of sheen that it gets as it's like heat worked, and it's warped ever so slightly. Also, you know that in the few instances that Mori has been near it, Mori has been very, very, very upset with it. Mori does not like whatever that thing is and will actively work to get away from it when within like
I think I'll
10
just
feet.
tell Mori, no, no, we leave it, and just go, and just let him scamper off. And because I'm sure he's being a little clingy because we were gone for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, mommy, uppies.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she lets him stew until like maybe we're an hour out from the planet. And then she sits down across from the table, knowing Ronin is very engrossed in whatever he's doing. And she's like, okay, I'm listening.
Do you activate it?
Yeah. Just, I don't touch it. Not touching it.
Just use the force.
Just.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You hear that click and then the whirring sound of gears. And then there is the projection, which sort of springs to life, presented ahead of you, maybe a couple of feet, as he sort of stands towering over you. The familiar, pale, sickly looking face, still mostly in like blue, but somehow still paler than the rest of him, which still carries that sort of very dark aura. As he looks down at you, arms crossed over his chest. Your foolishness continues to deny you what you should have.
Your reticence continues to deny us what we should have.
At every step, you are presented opportunity, and yet you dismiss it as though it is worthless.
At every step, we have been given an order to kneel, and we don't kneel to anyone, especially not dead Sith Lords who have no current value to the galaxy and our goals. We would like that to change, but no one wants to listen to us.
No value. You have learned what you've learned because of me. You say there is no value. Perhaps then our conversations should cease.
I said no current value, because in the eyes of most in this galaxy, you all are failures. I said we want that to change. Start talking and giving us things we can actually work on, and maybe we will be less. Oh, what was the word you used? Disrespectful. We have respect for the old ways, but they have failed time and again, Master Bane. Perhaps the dead should listen to the living.
Do you know why I created the rule of two?
I have an idea, but enlighten me.
No. Tell me.
There was war between the Sith. Distrust, disloyalty. And if there were two, there could be a reliance And when one became stronger, they could remove the weaker one and train anew. Has not worked.
A purpose of the rule is to allow them, the Jedi, and the world at large, to believe us to be failures, to believe us to be gone, until the time was right. You act as though you know so much, and yet the reality is, you know nothing.
And whose fault is that?
Your own.
No, you have been with us for 7 years. And for 7 years, we have traipsed across the galaxy hunting down relics which have done much to empower us, but not very much to enlighten us. You do not share your information. We are only following your instructions, thinking that perhaps it will eventually enlighten us, and yet every step of the way we are told to kneel, we are told to obey. It worked fine and well in the time of Darth Sidious and the Empire, but it does not work anymore. The Jedi have changed, and so must the Sith.
Soon enough, you will have your opportunity to prove that to me.
7 years has not proved it to you. 7 long years.
7 years of traipsing across the galaxy in preparation of what comes next.
And at no point have you told us what comes next. At no point have you shared why. You just expect us to follow. We are not your apprentices. You are no longer the leader of the Sith. You are a dead man, speaking to me through a holocron that is not even all of you. So, explain to me why, after 7 years, I should not just drop you out of the airlock.
Because if not for my guidance these past 7 years, you would be nothing.
Oh, no. I would be many things. We would be many things. We just would not be listening to you. I don't owe you anything. We don't owe you anything. You are dead and gone. Relic hunting is not why we began this. We began this journey to find a way to steal the galaxy out from under the Jedi's noses. You are the one who has put us on this path, and I am so very willing to put us on a different one because you have given me nothing.
If you
But
wish
Jacob's,
to take another path, you are welcome to. You will find yourselves failing. If you wish to take this galaxy for yourselves, from the Jedi, from those who would deny you, then this is the path you must take. You are welcome to tread another, to flail foolishly, and be forgotten. And I guarantee, in 1,000 years, no one will be hearing you the way you hear me now. But if you mean what you say, if you truly intend to rule this galaxy, to ascend, then you will have to learn what I know when I deem you fit. Do you think yourself powerful because you pushed back the ghost of a man far more dead than I?
No. I don't claim power I don't have.
Arrogance is not power.
This is not arrogance. This is practicality.
Could I walk in at this point? I think it's like I don't think Ronin is done with his lightsaber, but I do believe he walks in and reaches out a hand toward his other sword, and it floats and sheathes itself on his back. And as it does that, he just says, "Perhaps if you were more forthcoming with your reasonings, Lord Bane, we would be more amicable. You lay out plans, but no reasons for them. You say that there is power waiting, but you give us no reason as to why we have to wait to get it. Perhaps if you shared and were more honest with us, this could go more smoothly."
When you arrive at Sutric 4, you will find your answers.
That does not count as forthcoming. When we arrive at Citric 4, what are we going to find? Specificity.
Remnants.
Of what?
Your answers.
I'll put a hand on Odias' shoulder. All right. Let's play along with him for a change, Odias. Frieda Nad seemed to be a dead end. I don't feel more powerful. However, there were some cool things that we did find there, so perhaps it's worth it to play along for now, at least.
Fine. 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 7 years we've played along, but I'm sure we can play along further.
The look in Ronin's eye is one of, all right, I'll do what you say for a moment, but it's definitely tinged with for the the for the moment is big. What he doesn't say that is very much lingering in the air almost is that if it doesn't work, we'll ditch you and do it our own way. You know?
You Fools if you think there was nothing taken away from the tomb. But
Oh, I felt something taken from me. I don't know what it was. But Frieden, that is a problem for another day.
what I have shown you, what you have encountered and experienced, gained and lost, will all play a role in your rise.
If you say so, Bane. Just it is discouraging to be trusted so little
It is
for so long.
discouraging to think we want to be seen in your image.
Then walk your own path. Discard me. And go about what you believe to be right.
Or walk the path with us instead of trying to lead us, huh?
You are but hopeful, greedy novices, acting as though you are equals, and that is not the case. But you will see.
Tell me, what were you when you started? Did you not covet the power that you saw before you? Did you not want it for yourself? Did you not remake the Sith? You see, change is important. You changed the Sith for what you saw to be better, and for a while it worked. Until it didn't. We just want to find a way that does work. Everyone started off where we are. Am I wrong? Were you born this way, Lord Bane? I doubt it. Try to see things from our perspective. Perhaps you'll understand.
You will have your chance to convince me. In earnest. Soon. Soon. And with that, there's a flicker, and he is gone.
I yeet it across the room.
Yeah, it
Did
hits.
he damage my fucking table?
Oh, hell yeah. It hits the wall, and there is a clatter that echoes as it hits the ground and sort of tumbles a bit. And you can see smoke rising off of it. The space where it was on the table is like almost fully slagged at this point. Like it's been superheated and then cooled again. Just ripples of metal pushed outwards.
He's a hot-headed dead guy, isn't he?
I'm so very tired of dead men trying to dictate to me.
Agreed. If only they understood. If only they understood.
I'm not trying to fight them. No, much. But
If I could, I would.
yes, of course. Their ways are dead. The Force lives on. Their ways were useful. We can learn them. But to follow blindly is to fail. And they are too arrogant to see it.
That's why I think if we do what he says this one time, and it fails, and I have no choice. And if it works, then maybe we're that much closer. Either way, we'll be stronger.
When it does become time to get rid of him, can I please, please drop him into a sun?
Yeah. I think it best if Ronan starts to say that sentence and then doesn't say that sentence. Um, not right now. Not in front of the holocron.
Oh, I said exactly what I said in front of that fucking holocron.
Said what I said, and I meant it.
Hmm.
But for now, want something to eat?
Yes. How is your lightsaber? Give it to me.
No. I'll take it off my belt. Here you go. I'm not done yet, but
I'm just looking at it. And I start taking apart the pieces that are put on wrong.
So, why don't you tell us what it looks like currently, Ronan?
Currently, it is not the best looking. There looks to be like a similar style of hilt to his sword, pretty much. And it's like sort of almost katana style, like wrapping in like the shape of it. Um, and at the moment, he looks to be working on a um symbol on it that again resembles the um, same symbol that was on the helmet that we found.
Love that. And I think our camera will sort of fall back as the two of you continue conversation. As we watch Odias sort of sometimes with her hands and other times with the force, sort of pulling pieces off and sort of correcting them and showing the way they go. We have a hydrate check. Thank you, Rosie. And as we pull back, the ship moves away from us. And we get a classic Star Wars screen wipe that transitions down to the ship landing on this moon. Ahead of it, you can see, the audience at least can see all of these like heavy stone-built domed buildings just sort of scattering the landscape of this dry, cracked moon. The ground itself sort of red tinted and jagged as it cracks everywhere along itself. The ship settles, and as the runway lowers the platform, I don't know if the two of you are standing there waiting or not, but ahead of it, outside, are a group of 6, 7 armed people in most Mandalorian armor, except for the helms that seem to be missing across the board. But they all have rifles and blasters of different shapes and sizes pointed.
Do I know the proper way to introduce myself in this situation?
Ooh. I'm going to say, based on what we've talked about, I don't think you do inherently, no.
Fair. Yes, that is very fair.
But you can tell me what you'd like to do.
So what I do, it may not be the best thing, but what I do, is I step out closer, just to the, not off the ship, but just to like the edge of the ramp, and I will say, my name is Ronin Nil. I've come to speak to you all.
And there's a moment where there sort of whispers between them. And then in the center, one of them steps forward. She has sort of darker skin, long braided hair that flows like thick tendrils, and just these golden eyes that look at you almost, I don't want to say scathingly, but it does not seem very warm. She's dressed in a like deep red and brown set of armor with what looks to be bronzed Beskar across her chest, and holds just a standard pistol at you. She goes, "And why have you come here?"
We hear, OOC. We've heard about the possibility that there being a forge here, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
That's the rumor.
So then, what I do say is, we've heard tale of a forge here, and we'd like to ask you if we could use it.
And what claim have you?
I'm blanking on the clan name that I'm from.
Ordo.
Ordo.
I wrote it down.
Thank you. I have lineage from Clan Ordo.
You say that, and immediately whispers break out again behind her. She stands stoic, watching you, seemingly processing, but every single one of the others behind her who have you in their sights seem to be taken by this, and there is just glances exchanged and mutters whispered. She goes, "And do you carry with you proof of these claims?"
I'll look to Odias to hand me the helmet. I'm pretty sure has my clan symbol on it, I believe.
I pass it over.
And I'll hold it up.
She motions to one of the others, and they go running forward, stopping at the ramp.
I'll also
yes.
present the heirloom that my father gave me.
He goes running up the ramp, and we're like, "Yes."
Can I, like, as the kid goes running up the ramp, I will just, instead of like fully handing it to Ronin, I will float it to him.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that if you want.
Just to make sure, like, make it clear that I am a force user. Mm-hmm. Not that Ronin is, but I am.
Yeah.
Like, just float, and it's not threatening. I just bring a hand gently up, and
as it begins to float, the like young man stops, and you see their eyes sort of narrow a bit. The rifle shifts to sort of point towards you, and the next steps are slow, just one leg across the other at the ankle as he walks up the rest of the ramp. And then like glances. It's clear he doesn't want to break visual on you, but like glances over and then looks back to the woman and sort of nods shakily. And she like waves her hand, and he backs up, but the entire time he's got his sights on you, to the point where he almost stumbles and falls off of the ramp as he descends
just tucks
backwards.
Her arms in her sleeves, like.
And she goes, "And you have brought with you a Jedi."
That gets a laugh out of Othais. I am no Jedi.
But a friend. A friend indeed.
And you can see as she stands there sort of going through things again. And then she gives a curt nod. Come. I cannot promise you use of the forge yet, but you have at least gained an audience.
That is very much appreciated. And I'll look back at Odias and just give like a little.
She just keeps her arms in her sleeves and is just.
So as the two of you come down the ramp, as she like steps beside the two of you, almost between you two, so that she is now with one of you on either side of her. The other 6 fall in around you, creating almost like I want to say a TIE fighter shape, where there are 2 at point ahead of you, one on either, like on one side of each of you, and then one behind you at an angle as the group of you walk, ensuring there are eyes on you from all angles at all times. And as you walk, she sort of like looks you over, Ronin, almost like actively ignoring Odias, and goes, and how is it exactly that you have heard of us?
Rumors. Asking around.
And then Oh, go ahead.
Are you trying to maintain secrecy of this place?
We are ensuring that the true lineages are not forgotten. Mandalore finds itself in a time of change, one we do not approve of, though the issues rooted in it are far more ancient than the modern day. Do you not know anything of yourselves?
My family fled Mandalore when I was a child, a baby. I have no memory of the place, nor do I know much of our culture other than stories told to me by my parents, who have been dead for some time.
And I am a sister of Dathomir. So.
Almost before you finish speaking, she goes, and did they die in battle? To you, Ronan.
I do not know. I do not know.
So she reaches out and she like puts a hand on your shoulder, and the grip is firm. And she goes, well, hopefully you will have a better fate then.
There's a little bit of anger that comes off of Ronan at that statement. Slightly.
Yeah, Odias definitely twitches when the hand hits his shoulder. She's like,
Love that. So, they lead you to one of the larger, giant, like stone domed buildings that looks as though it is seen quite a bit in the time since it has been erected. There are scorch marks and chips taken out of it all across. And as you enter, inside it is hot, like sweltering. It's almost like a sauna. The walls have this sort of bronze plastered around them, and there is this like golden brownish green that radiates from them. In the center is a staircase that descends, and as you descend, there is more steam and smoke and heat. As you get down to the bottom of this staircase, it opens into a large room with a number of doors littering the sort of like half circle in front of you. And she goes, I am Talus Ordis. And if you wish to make use of our forge, then you must prove you deserve your place among the preserved. We are the children of Clan Ordo. That includes you. We are the followers of Mandalore the Preserver. And if you wish access to us, then you will have to prove that you belong with us. Or you can try and take it.
Don't tempt me.
You hear like a chuckle from behind you from one of the others when you say that. Just this
I'll look to
brute of a man.
I'll look to Odias, and it's a look of just give me some room.
Are they still flanking us?
Yes. They like fell behind you as you came down the stairs, but the moment you step out of the stairs, it's almost like a rubber band effect. They just snap back into place.
If I get that look, then I will very deliberately and slowly start backing away, arms still in my sleeves, like.
The first thing, there's a couple things. I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that happens is I imagine the way this goes down, because it's not a very visual thing, but I imagine there's almost like a slight breeze that sort of lifts up the bottom of Ronin's like cloak that sits on top of his armored robes.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm doing is I'm activating sense. Specifically, the ongoing effective sense.
Ooh, okay. Cool. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna need you to... What's your force rating?
2.
Okay. Cool. So if you're committing one of those dice, then when you need to make a force check, you will roll 1 die. But you are welcome to do so for as long as you would like.
And it just activates, and there's almost like this, like, again, it's just like almost this breeze that kind of comes up from underneath him. I think it doesn't really blow around at people, just sort of floats the bottom of his cloak, and then he says, "Who's first?"
Okay, so here's what happens. Talisa's going to step forward towards you, and what you see is before she moves, you can see almost like a force echo of her moving. Everything just slightly out of phase, just a little bit ahead of when it happens. And we are going to roll initiative.
When you say we, am I rolling initiative too?
Do you want to roll initiative?
No, that's not what I asked, Lion. Am I involved in this trial, or is it Mandalorians only?
Do you want to be involved in this trial? As it stands, it seems as though this is unofficial or official, a straightforward challenge. But it's up to you whether that's something that y'all are interested in abiding by or not. I'll never force you.
Still didn't answer my fucking question.
I think I'll give you an answer. I think Ronin, the look he gave you very much is like, let me do this.
Okay. So I will reserve the right for initiative. If I see any shenaniganery going on where they're going to try and cheat, and then I'll cheat first.
Okay. I can accept this. Okay. So, considering you are aware and ready for combat, X, you're going to roll cool.
What am I rolling here?
So that should be cool presence.
Presence. Okay, cool. So it's just, I got 2 green die here. Is there any difficulty, or is this just the straight up cool?
I do believe there is no difficulty on this. As I understand it with initiative, you're just gonna roll.
And also, let me double check something here, because actually I might have something that does something for this. In my career.
Exciting.
And let me go away. Go away. Oh, that's not how that works. Okay, cool beans. I'll get rid of this. Huh. I'm having trouble here.
No worries. Let me glance over the sheet.
What's that? Okay. And just making sure that I don't have a
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you have anything specifically for initiative. I know you have uncanny reactions, you have reflect, you have dodge, quick draw, but that's only for sheathing or unsheathing, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all good then.
Okay. Cool.
Just making sure. Actually, I believe I have rapid reactions. Correct.
Oh, do you?
Let me double check my thingy.
I see uncanny reactions. You may have taken rapid reactions since.
No, I have not. Okay, I just
Okay.
had to double check. Okay, sorry for the hold up. Had
That's
to
all
make
good.
sure I was getting my things in. But I'm gonna roll these 2 dice. Oh, I rolled 2 successes and 2 advantage.
Oh my goodness. All right. Now let's see if she can do any better. She gets 2 successes and a triumph.
Did do better. I feel like that's what that means.
So what that means is you will still get to act first, but she will have access to an additional maneuver in the first round.
Lovely. That's great.
So she begins to step towards you. What would you like to do?
Is she pulling out any weapons? That's the first thing. Because I'm not going to pull out any weapons as long as they don't.
She's not yet. No.
Okay, straight hands. All right, cool beans.
Straight
I'm gonna rush toward. Again, it's the same look he gets every time he fights. This pure happiness. He's so happy in this moment that he gets to fight someone, and she looks strong, so he's excited. 1, 2, left, right, good night is what we're going for.
Love that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is double check very quickly. So you're gonna roll a brawl with 2 difficulty. Your brawl, I believe, is 2 yellow dice.
Yes.
I need to check something very quickly before you roll. Okay, so it's going to actually be 3 difficulty dice.
Lovely.
And yeah, that's it for now.
All right, for now. Lovely. Love to hear that.
Now.
All right, that's 1 threat I rolled.
Excellent. Okay. So what I'm going to say is, you stepped forward and you were throwing like classic 1-2, right?
Yeah.
So you step up, you take that stance, you throw out that first punch, and she immediately just sort of sidesteps it, plants a like heel in your ankle, and yanks you past her in this like incredibly dismissive reaction. You're gonna take one strain just as the momentary rush of embarrassment sets in from her, almost literally swatting you away like a fly.
Lovely.
And is there anything else that you would like to do? If you have like any maneuvers you would like to take or anything else.
I have nothing at the moment. It's just that Ronin's getting into the thrill of this. Is what this is.
Wonderful. Do you have anything that happens if someone attacks you, either armed or unarmed or otherwise?
Because of the sense, I do have. I can make it harder for them once per round to hit me.
Wonderful.
And I don't believe I have anything else.
Okay.
You can parry.
Oh, I can parry, but that's a reaction.
Awesome. Okay. So.
And that's only if it hits, I believe.
Okay. So from here, what's going to happen is she is going to turn, sort of snapping on her heel as she does. And she's going to sort of square up, but very loosely. It's clear to you that, at least in the immediate, she's not taking you seriously, particularly after that opening salvo.
That's fair.
She has one advantage, but no successes. So what I'm going to say is, let's see. Yeah, so she comes at you and she throws a couple of punches. She starts with like a couple light jabs, and it's easy enough for you to sort of swat them away. And then she throws a hook at you. You duck down, and she like clips your shoulder with her elbow as she pivots it halfway through to sort of bring it back down and send you stumbling a bit. You're going to have a setback die on your next. Yeah, go ahead.
If she does hit me, I do parry.
So it's not going to do any damage. It's not a hard enough strike to like hurt you, but it is essentially she's using her advantage in order to give you a setback die on your next action.
Gotcha.
And then you can continue. And as this happens, all of the Mandalorians surrounding you are starting to sort of get loud. There's a lot of like howling and screaming happening as she like sends you sort of off balance again. And then it's your turn. Unless, of course, someone feels that there's cheating going on and would like to level the playing field.
No, I think what Odias is doing is just in opposite to whatever direction they're moving in. She's like circling the ring.
Ooh, I like that. Heck yeah. Yeah, and it very much is like classic, like pit of people circled around you, creating this like ring for you all to fight in.
The excitement on Ronin's face just gets more. There's just more excitement. And so from here, what I'm gonna do is again rush towards her. But what I do is, and this is more for flavor than anything, is as I get close to her, there's like almost like a feint, like I'm throwing a punch, and then I stop and swoop around to her left side, and then go from there with a right hook to the wherever there isn't Beskar on her midsection.
Yeah, you can get like the ribs. Her ribs are yeah, for sure. Yeah, so roll it for me. Same roll, except you will be adding a black die this time.
And it is 3 difficulty?
Yeah, it is 3 difficulty. At least until you land a hit.
Listen, I got 2 threat.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I said last week the dice roller likes the Jedi better, and here it is.
I mean, that's fair. Okay. That's 2 threat. What are we going to say happens with 2 threat? With 2 threat, I think what's going to happen here is we're going to keep frustrating you, I think. You go to like swing in at her ribs and she catches your arm, just swooping hers up underneath it, steps forward, and so your faces are barely an inch apart, and she goes, "This is what you've come to prove? Pathetic." And as she shoves you back, she's going to kind of like sweep your feet out from under you. And you just barely manage to keep from stumbling over. I'm going to make you take 1 more strain. As she keeps sort of wearing on you. You make it to kind of the edge of the pit as you're trying to get your feet back under you. And you can feel a hand just kind of like shove you forward again.
Lovely. Oh, this is great. I'm in my element.
If anyone lays hands, ooh no, I am in their face in a second.
Tell me. Let's do it.
If anybody lays hands on Ronin that is not her, I am in their face in a second, and I would love to roll an intimidation check of some kind.
Interesting.
What would that be? Coercion?
Well, it depends on. So what exactly are you saying or doing to try and intimidate?
I don't say shit. I get in their face in a back off manner.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, yeah, let's call that coercion.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you two difficulty for this.
Cool.
But I will also give you a blue die because of your little force shenanigans from before.
Well, I also get automatic advantage because I'm a Zabruk.
Well, there you go. So you can add to that.
So hold on. What dice is that? Okay, advantage is a boost die? Is a blue one?
That's the blue one. So you'll get 2 blueies.
2 blue, 3 green, 1 yellow.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. 3 green, 1 yellow, 2 blue. Let's fucking go.
Amazing.
Well, I hit the button. There you go.
Oh!
God, dear. How even?
So for the people watching at home, that's 5 successes and 6 advantages.
Okay, hang on, because I noticed you need to roll 2 purple dice because it's 2 difficulty. So you still owe me 2 purple dice.
4 threat, which are canceled out by the 6 advantage.
Yeah, which means you still end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 success and 2 advantage.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I get in this. Please tell me it's the big fucker. Please.
Oh yeah, 100% it is. Yes.
Oh, I'm 6 foot tall, but I am skinny. So I just I guess I'm not much. I guess I'm shorter than him, but probably not by much.
He's like 6'7". He's got like 7 inches on you. He's a big.
And while I don't have my contacts in today, my eyes are yellow, and so I get up in this guy's face and I just look at him.
And there is a moment where he meets your gaze and he's like towering over you, and as he realizes that that's not working, there's a moment where he just kind of you can feel him sort of shriveling up and just sort of taking a step back. And then he turns
coward.
And he huffs and turns away from you, but you can see he keeps glancing back at you out of the corner of his eye. You're gonna live rent free in this man's head for the rest of his life.
Beautiful.
Excellent. In the meantime, let's see how this goes. So she comes at you again, and she is going to, So she comes at you again, and as she does, she throws out another punch. This one will connect unless you want to do something about it. She has 1 success.
I'm going to dodge.
Excellent. Let's do it. Okay, so Tell me what dodge says exactly, because I forget.
Let me look at it. I believe it's where you at? Load. Dodge. When targeted by combat, check, perform dodge incidentals and suffer a number of strain no greater than the ranks of dodge, and then upgrade the difficulty of the check by that number.
Ooh, okay, cool. So, generally yeah, cool. How many ranks of dodge do you have?
I got one.
All right, so you take one strain, and I will roll another difficulty die. All right, so that gives us another threat. So she still will make contact, but so she makes contact with you. Her fist kind of slams into your jaw, and it sends you sort of startling back a little bit. However, I'm gonna ask you, what does she do as she connects with you that gives you an opening?
You said she hits me in the face.
Yep.
I don't think she saw my uppercut to her ribs coming.
Oh, I love that. Dope. Okay, cool.
Because she's too focused up here. So.
Hell yeah. All right, so you will take 2 wounds. I think you have defense, right?
I have defense 1 for ranged and melee, and soak 4.
Oh, nice. So you won't take anything.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. And then for your next swing, you can add you can add a blue die. You can add a boost die. You can make that swing for her ribs.
Just come in, because I think what happens is like he lifts up the hand that just hit him. I feel like she left it out there for a moment. He lifts it up and then ducks and then comes in right again, right at her ribs. Just with this like for visual effect. When Itadori landed his first black flash,
Yes.
that's the face. That's the face that he has on right now.
I love that so much.
3 difficulty here still.
It'll be because you haven't made contact yet, right? So yeah, it'll be 3 difficulty, but you also get to add the blue die.
Lovely. Oh, finally landed a success, but 3 threat.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you nail her right in the ribs, and there is a that escapes her lips as her eyes go wide in shock. She stumbles a bit, but as she does, she like whips herself around and draws out a blade that seems to have been sort of like compacted into her belt, and the back end of the grip swings right past your face. You manage to step back fast enough to dodge it, but you lose your footing and fall. And then she's going to swing it at you.
I will use my thing to make it difficult. My committed force die.
Yeah, heck yeah. Adds a difficulty die, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Love to see that. She will get a boost die for you being prone. Okay, so that's up to 3 difficulty. Is there anything else you would like to do before I roll it? If you want to try to dodge, or if there's anything else you would like to...
No.
Okay. Here we go.
She hits, I'm parrying.
You're gonna want to parry. So she got 2 successes, a threat, and 2 triumph. You're probably gonna want to parry.
Yeah, gonna parry. We're gonna parry.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me double check.
So it's when hit by a melee attack, suffer 3 strain to reduce damage by 2 plus ranks and parry, which I have 2 ranks and parry.
Okay, awesome. So you have 2 ranks in parry. And 2, so that'll be, it's 2 plus your ranks or 3 plus your ranks? I'm sorry, my brain didn't
2
work.
plus the ranks.
Okay, so you'll
Yeah.
reduce by
So
4.
it'd be 4 total.
Okay, so
Yeah.
right now it looks like the overall damage is 9, but you'll reduce that by 4. However, with the triumph, okay, here's what I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she comes swinging around, you lose your balance, and then in one fluid motion, she like spins the vibroblade and goes to like plunge it down like into your heart. You reach up and sort of use the gauntlet that you have to like push it away so that it only pierces your shoulder. As this happens, sparks fly as the 2 pieces of metal meet each other. And as the blade buries itself into your shoulder, you can see cracks across the palm of the gauntlet. It is not broken, but it is fragile. The next time you use it, there's a 50% chance it will break.
Lovely. It's a good time.
I'm
Love
sorry,
to see.
I said the next time, but moving forward when you use it,
Yeah.
until if there was an opportunity to repair it, obviously that's different. But for now, there's a 50% chance it will break when you use it.
Got it.
And now it's your turn.
How much damage was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was 9 minus 4 is 5, and then minus whatever your soak is.
So 4. So I take 1 wound.
Yeah, you take 1 wound.
Lovely.
How you looking, buddy?
I'm at 11 out of 12 wounds. And 11 out of
Yeah.
14 strange.
Fine.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
got
it's
this.
cool. It's a light brawl. Remind me again what the destiny points are used for.
Oh, the destiny points. So, there's a number of things you can do with your destiny pool. So you can use it to upgrade a die, either difficulty die or your green dice. You can use it to create narrative moments outside of combat. And there is something else. Give me a moment as I actively hunt for it. And I will say that at present, because we didn't go over that, and I do apologize, there are 2 dark side, but the rest are all light, which means you've got 2 you can flip at any point, and I will be having a lot of fun with those. The rest of them for you. But
I think at this moment I probably won't flip one.
okay.
However, what I will do, because it's my turn now, right?
Yes, it is.
So I would like to use quick draw. And another question: have I finished my lightsaber at this point?
Do you believe you finished your light? If you want to have, you absolutely can have, yeah. Odias could have, taken those last bits that you needed to fix, and then you fixed those before you landed, for sure.
And I will quick draw because my sword's on my back and I'm on my back, so that's hard to pull out. So I'm quick drawing my lightsaber, the new one, and it's the beautiful black plasma shoots out of it. I'm pretty sure it's plasma, right? Or something. And I will attack from my back because that's a good place to attack from. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm not trying to hurt her in any like too bad of a way. But what I'll do is I will try to cut the sword
Ooh, I like
with my lightsaber, so that it's no longer in my shoulder.
Sure.
If she hasn't pulled it out already.
Okay, so generally attacking from prone, melee attacking from prone gives you 1 setback die. However, you pull out this lightsaber and you hit the igniter, and the black plasma rises from it, and there is a moment where everything stops around you. Just silence as you do this. You see her eyes look confused and then go wide. And there's your opening. You can add 2 boost die. 1, because 1 will cancel out the setback die. You can add 1 boost die. And I'm going to say that you only have to roll at 2 difficulty instead of 3. Because I don't think that she's focused enough to be able to keep using them.
I'm using my lightsaber, so this has 3 yellow die.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes, a threat, and a triumph.
Triumph. All right. So we're going to use that triumph to break her sword. Tell me about it. Explain to me what it is that you do. You walk me through it.
I think it's just. I think it happens super quick. the lightsaber is just out, and then cuts through it. And he just reaches for the piece that's still in him and pulls it out slowly. And I'm not getting up because she's still right there. My eyes are just fixed on her.
And so you do this. It like a hot knife through butter, just absolutely demolishes this thing. The part of the blade that she's holding falls from her hand, clattering to the floor, echoing off all of the walls. The Mandalorians surrounding you all sort of take a step back, eyes wide. And she looks down at you and goes, "Where did you find that?"
I think he's confused because he's like, "We're fighting. What are you talking about?" But then seeing, I guess, that she's probably not going to continue until he answers, he's just kind of like, "It came to me."
Show me again your pendant.
I'll stand up now because she didn't be pull shit out of my pocket. So, and I'll pull it out of my. It's probably in my pants pocket, so I pull it out, and I'm this.
And she almost snatches it from you and is just like, "You truly are a descendant. You are one of us, aren't you?"
Yeah. Are we gonna fight or no?
And she hands it back to you and goes, "If you wish to continue this fight, we can, but I see no need." Do you not know what you have in your possession?
Really cool lightsaber.
She puts a hand out and goes, Could I see that for a moment?"
Why?
"I would like to confirm something. I am not foolish enough to think that I can take it from you, or at least not keep it."
All right. I'll switch it off and hand it.
And as you hand it to her, you notice that, I mean, it's a lightsaber. It weighs as much as the last one did. It feels as good as the last, probably better because it's more specifically tuned to you. But as you put it in her hand, you can see her hand drop slightly, as though you have dropped a weight in her hand. And she takes it and She looks it over for a moment, handling it carefully as she passes this what seems to be massive weight between her hands. She goes, Where have you stored the crystal?
I'll just point to the lightsaber.
And she'll like fiddle with it a bit to find the compartment. She pushes it up and she stops. And then she closes it again and she hands it to you with both hands. Taking it back from her is an easy enough task. It weighs nothing. And she goes, What you hold there is what many would consider to be the ultimate glory of a Mandalorian. Some, not us, not on its own, but half of the puzzle to be certain. And to think that it would have found its way back into the hands of one of Clan Ordo, the Preserver, truly does smile on us.
What do you mean, not alone? Sorry.
And she glances over at you, and for a moment, there's that sneer again. But then you realize the moment of recognition, and she very quickly fixes her face, clearly not wanting to upset your companion. And she goes, Well, there are some who would believe that the Darksaber is all that one needs to rule Mandalore, but older than that, even, is the Mask of Mandalore himself. And together, we believe the true ruler will rise. And we have been here for a very long time, through generations, protecting it, waiting.
And what do... Are you saying with this, and I'll hold up the lightsaber again and activate it, I have some sort of claim?
Many would say so, yes. And
Ronin,
we will ensure that you have all the claim you need.
Ronin, you have another one.
I'll pull out my sword and also activate that one.
And there's a look of confusion on her face. And she goes, I have never seen this before. It is like a vibroblade.
Oh, it's really cool, isn't it? I found it. It was just like in the dirt somewhere.
I cannot speak to that, but I think we do have much to discuss. If you will allow us to help educate you.
There's like... This whole time he's been having this sort of like... It's kind of been the kind of like, okay, but let's like continue this fight though. It was just getting good. Like, but I think at that, I'll look at Odias and I'll go. And then I'll look back to Talus. What was her name?
Her name was Talisa.
Talisa.
So,
And I'll say, I would like to learn more about my lineage. Do you think we'd be able to use that forged?
It would be our honor. Come, we will teach you, we will introduce you to Vicar, the Forge Master, and we will do what you need done.
At the it would be our honor. Ronan is like he's cheesing. He's like, oh, stop. Listen, I'm not that. No, I am that important. Keep doing it.
Big boy, who who Odias put in place, is the first one. He like pumps his fist in the air and he goes, "For the preserver!" And then they all shout it after. And I think as that happens, we're gonna slowly sort of watch as the camera like wipes. And as it does, what follows is a number of quick shots of the two of you being brought to the giant forge, meeting this just another one of these just hulking figures with this big thick beard and Mandalorian tattoos across his face. And he takes the helm from you and melts it down, and you see it reduced to just bubbling liquid metal, and he works it, and with each clang of the hammer that he brings down and with each pull of the lever that brings the press down, we get another shot of the Ronin of you being shown these different pieces of history throughout Clan Ordo's past and the whole journey from their time when Mandalore the Preserver, the Ordo who was Mandalore, led them, and when he fell in the battle on Duxon, and what happened that created the Preserved after that, and how they took the mask away. And there are just all these shots, and there are moments that we see as well, Odias, with you, where you are being shown the process as they work this, and there's one moment where like you're standing over the forge watching, and Big Boy is there, and he just kind of like edges away, trying
Oh
to keep
no!
from you
If
looking at
that
him.
happens, okay, because this is me. This has got to
Yeah,
happen
go
at
for
least
it.
once. If I notice him like trying to get away from me, I walk over and I grab him by the front of his shirt, and I drag him off to have my way with him.
I mean, yeah, you grab him, and there's a moment where like another one of the like Mandos there, just full high five as he's going up. He is both terrified and excited.
Yeah.
And I
She's
think
got some anger to work off, she might as well.
Yeah. And so I think the last thing we see before we will cut to break is we're going to see the two of you being escorted back to the event horizon. Actually, instead, we're going to see the two of you being escorted to a significantly larger ship. You see the event horizon being loaded into the ship. And a number of them take their place aboard the deck. And Talisa looks at you and goes, "We are ready for wherever you need us to take you, Preserver." We will see this new ship cutting through the darkness of space, and standing there on its deck, we see through the sort of front visor of it are the two of you, flanked by Talisa and one of the other Mandalorians who is just finishing up giving the two of you a report on your ETA for your destination. But as we cut through, I think we follow the two of you as you sort of move away. You've had a little bit of time at this point to look through the ship, and it is just gorgeous. The stuff is a little outdated, which is to be expected given everything. But this is way more than a functional upgrade from what your last digs were. Ronin, you have this massive room that is just you have like there's 3 rooms that are all connected to each other. One is your personal armory, one is a meditation chamber, and one is like your bedroom. Odias, yours is not quite as large, but they do give you the next largest place on the ship. So you also have like a personal room and you have a meditation room for yours. There is a room across the hall that they have given to Mori. It is the third largest on the ship. I assume y'all would have made clear that that's what that's for.
It's the nursery.
I love that.
For the baby.
It's for the
For the
baby.
The baby. And Mori is so stoked about this. And I think
Maury is stoked about this. You are not making this noise. 1 second.
yeah. And so I think we do just sort of follow as the two of you walk through the ship. And Ronin, here's something I'll ask you. What is one thing that you find as you walk through the ship that feels right? Something that feels perfectly in place here.
Are we talking like a physical object or just like a feeling?
Whatever you would prefer. It is entirely up to you to translate as you'd like.
Lovely. I think that the idea that he is meant for greatness and the fact that everyone here looks at him as a sort of leader, I'm assuming is the case,
100%.
is the most right thing he's ever felt, I feel like. And I feel like he's carrying himself similarly to the way those two guards did as they led us through in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think and similar because he also started to carry himself that way once they were like, oh, you could be the next ones, because to him that was a hint of like, oh yeah, you're gonna be the leader, the king, or whatever, so
Mm-hmm.
it is that feeling just again, really, and it just feels right to be in his position right now where he is.
I love that. And so our camera just sort of focuses on you as you stand there and just take all of this in. And I think it's just on the deck in the back as you're watching all of them go about their work that you are sort of absorbing this. And our camera pulls back a little bit and we notice that you are alone. At which point we wipe. And we find ourselves standing over Odias's shoulder. Odias, standing in this very large comms room. There is a center table with a large projector. Again, outdated, but still significantly fancier than anything you've seen recently, at least. And I assume there's something that you're here for. What is it?
I'm calling home.
We love that. So there's a moment, waiting until it connects, and then you do get that prompt across a like screen built into the table itself that the like connection is made, and then there is a light from that center projector of the table, and you see a full life size projection of your sister Azani walking as though walking across the table towards you. Odias.
Hello, sister.
I was wondering when I'd hear from you, sister.
We had a little errand to run before I could call.
Oh, please, spare no detail.
We went to Duxon.
Duxon, and what took you so far?
A little friend.
And what is it that he wanted from you this time?
I don't know, but he didn't exactly get what he wanted, as usual.
I'm sure he was thrilled with that.
I have a scar now. No matter. Ah, I am calling to say that whatever Mother is feeling about whatever I did, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I will be certain to pass that message along. She has been. Concerned is not the right word. Curious. You know how
Hey.
she is.
Yes. We did not fail, but I don't think we succeeded in our trial. I lost something of myself on Doxon. Don't know what. One day I will go and get it back. But I did crush Frieden Nad like a bug and steal a black kyber from him that Ronin is now using as a dark saber.
Hmm. Well, they do say victory can come in many forms. Mother's going to be so proud to hear what you've accomplished.
I'm sure she will.
And where is my favorite companion?
Izzy being the heir to Mandalore the Preserver.
I do have such good taste.
Disgusting. Ah,
I don't think so.
I don't want to know. I don't. I never want to know.
Well, it wouldn't be half as fulfilling to tell you otherwise.
I hate you.
You know,
hate you.
eventually you're going to have to find your own.
Sure.
You can't keep mine forever.
You can have him whenever you want him, just not in front of me. Oh,
You would have to stop dragging him across the galaxy first.
I don't drag him anywhere. Too busy dragging under other Mandalorians around these days.
Oh, is that so? Do tell.
No.
Yes, yes. I'm glad that you are doing all right. Better than all right, it seems.
Unclear.
Something is troubling you still. What?
There are Jedi following us.
Jedi? How close?
Yes. You sound really far away to me. I'm sorry.
Jedi?
Yes.
How close?
Since we made our pit stop and were there for some time, I am not sure, but they were not far behind us when we left Duxon. Eventually, they will follow.
And did you leave behind anything that can tell them where you're headed?
An angry Frieden Nad.
Hmm. Yes. You will have to be careful then.
I don't know that we must. Ronin got to look at them.
And?
There are 4. I assume 2 masters, 2 Padwans. 3 of them could be easily corrupted. 1 would probably have to die.
I meant less careful about your own well-being and more careful that whatever you do to deal with them doesn't bring the rest of the temple crashing down on you. It was enough of a concern the first time, no matter how well handled it was.
They still don't even know he's dead, so.
Hmm.
Any of them are dead.
Well, hopefully by the time they do reach you, you are prepared to help guide them.
Of course. Mother is the one who set me on the path to find Bane. I can be reached at this for the next bit. I am struggling to see the point of following him.
I am certain that she has the best of intentions, but I am confident she will wish to speak with you soon. For what it's worth, I don't worry about you.
That's a first.
Yes, but you have done so much, it seems, so far. And you're still going.
Yes. Yes, I am. Perhaps we shall come to Dathomir soon, and I will take the next step in my training.
I would like that. And I'm certain Mother would as well.
Mother is going to have a field day. We will show up with a ship full of Mandalorians.
Yes, that is not likely to endear her. But I can warn her.
Well, I have a feeling she and Talisa might get along very well.
Mm-hmm. And why is that?
They strike me as people who, once they realize they want the same thing, will get along like. Oh, what is the metaphor I'm looking for? A Jawa and a junk pile.
Mm. Well, Mother could certainly use more friends.
And if Ronin manages to become the ruler of Mandalore,
Then we will have to listen to her talk about how she always saw greatness in that boy for the rest of our lives.
and perhaps I don't know, have an army of Night Sisters and Mandalorians at our beck and call?
I wouldn't hate being a queen.
Oh, you would have to get him to agree with that.
I have my ways.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Stay on your path. And we'll speak again soon.
All right. All right. I will tell Ka and Kor I will be bringing them a new pet to play with.
Mm.
I found a rancor.
No.
Mm.
They'll be elated.
All right. Stop smiling at me like that. Go away.
When you come back victorious.
When have I not?
And she turns, and as she begins to walk away, the hologram sort of flickers and fades out, leaving you alone in this room.
I will take a deep breath and then go find Ronin.
Where is Ronin?
Meditating.
Oh.
Because what I'm doing is checking in. Because I haven't done it in a while.
Sure.
So I'm using Foresee.
Yes. Okay.
I have also, by the way, since dropped the ongoing effect.
I assume so, yeah.
That I make that clear.
Okay.
But I'm using Foresee to look into what future I can see.
Wonderful. I would like you to make me a force check.
Lovely. 2 die coming right up. 2 dark side.
Ooh, nice. Do you have how many of the upgrades do you have for Foresee, if anything?
Let's look at my thingy here. Where are you, Foresee? I have 5 total. I've got first strength upgrade, the duration upgrade, the strength, and all strength and duration upgrades on the right side.
Okay. So spending the first one for the base power. Would you like to spend the other for anything?
Let me double check because
so strength can give you specific details equal to the number of strength upgrades you have, and duration can show you days into the future equal to the duration upgrades you have. You have 1 point you can spend on either of those.
I think the more details, the strength of it, rather than further out.
Love it. Okay.
I hate when the force is vague.
So tell me this time, because I've told you plenty of times, but you tell me this time what it feels like when you reach out with the dark side.
It feels better, I think, for him. At this moment, everything seems to be going at least somewhat right. And it's easier, especially now with my new kingly mentality, to tell the force to tell me what the future holds.
Okay. So you are sitting there and you can hear again the hum of the engine, which is strange now because you're not near it, but it's still so clear in your ears, that hum. And with it, you begin to hear the beating of a heart. Then a second. Then a third. You recognize one of these as your own. You can feel it in your chest. The other two are not in sync with it, but they are with each other, beating together. Steady. One of them feels certain. The other does not. You feel wet, cold. You smell rot and mildew. Different from Duxon. It's not decay. More like being forgotten. You hear the sound of stones cracking and falling, lightning flashing before your eyes, thunder screaming in your ears. And you see a figure, tall, with a strange mask on their face. Some kind of canid creature with tendrils coming off of it. Just a flash in the lightning. And then that fades, and what you sense, you feel, you smell ash. You feel rage, but not yours. You feel that thrill you get when you stand across from someone ready to fight. You feel the exhilaration when you stare down an opponent who believes themselves to be your better, the opportunity to prove that they are barely your equal at best. And then it fades. And you're here again. But the last thing that goes is the beating of those hearts and the sound of that engine. And under it, you can hear a high-pitched, labored breathing. And that fades as well. And then I think your door opens, and Odias is standing there.
Ronin's like floating, like just sitting there. But it's instead of the like cross-legged position, it's almost like he's sitting in a chair, um, but with like one leg underneath the other, and he's sort of like his chin in his hand, and his eyes are closed.
How close is he like to a wall? Or to another chair or something like
I imagine he's probably in the middle of the room, so probably not very.
I think Odias like walks by, swipes like a throw pillow or some sort of seating cushion and sets it and like kicks her legs out underneath him while he's floating.
Odai, what's up?
My sister says hello.
Oh, you tell her I said hi back.
No. You can talk to her. I am no. Disgusting, both of you. I hate you. Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's great. What's going
The
on?
two of you live to torment me. I gave her an update of everything that has happened. Told her you were going to be a king. She said she'd love to be a queen. So good luck. Next time I call, I'm talking to my mother about Bane. So.
And what are you gonna tell her?
She is the one who put me onto the path that led me to him, and then has spent the last 7 years telling me to stay on the path.
If it helps, say it's the path. The path has led us here and together, kind of, in a way.
It has.
I don't think.
No, go ahead.
I don't think that my thoughts on Bane and all these trials and whatnot, the pilgrimage. I do think that there is a well of power that they hide from us, these old dead Sith. It would be harder to access it without them, but also we could. If it's us, we could. I think it's worth it to try at least once with them.
I don't know. I guess I've had him literally at my side for so long. I feel like he is trying to corrupt me. I don't know the purpose. The only thing I can see is perhaps he wants to remove me from you and make you his apprentice in truth, or vice versa.
And he wants to be my apprentice? I'd gladly do that.
You know what I meant.
Somewhere off in the distance, you can smell something burning.
Yeah, to be clear, I left the holocron smashed up against the side of the wall in the event horizon and did not move it.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured.
Just like beep beep locked the ship and told the Mandalorians not to go inside.
Yeah.
He offers power and knowledge. But on his
Sorry.
terms.
I worry sometimes about truly what he could do.
I have a few scars to prove what he can do right now.
Should tell you I had another vision.
Oh.
Now, I'll describe the whole thing to you as I saw it. Not sure what it means. Well, I have a vague idea, but
Can you see my future?
I could try.
Hold out a hand.
I'll put my hand right over it, not touching, but right over your hand, and I will try to foresee specifically Odias.
Sorry. Lion fucking broke me in Twitch chat.
Oh god, I gotta look.
LC, if you touch my sister, I fucking dare you. She'll eat you for lunch.
Amazing. So I'm gonna say, I don't think you have enough dark side force or destiny points right now to alter this, because 4C does say once every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Can I make an argument
You always can.
that this is still the same vision? Because we are one unit and he only saw part of it. And I will roll force dice about it if I need to.
No, that's okay. I think I can work with this. So, yeah, you reach out and take that hand. And immediately, Odias, you feel that cold. You hear the heavy rain, the claps of roaring thunder, the flashes of lightning, and darkness. Just darkness. And around you, you feel darkness. You feel something familiar. You're not sure what, but something familiar. It's the heartbeat that you hear. There's something familiar about this heartbeat. It's like a name on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't find it. There's a fear swirling around it, not connected to it, but close. You can taste it. And then, just as you begin to find yourself reveling in that fear, you feel it ripped away from you. You feel yourself dragged, as though by your throat. You hear stone crashing around you. You hear deep, labored, heavy breathing. You see flames licking at your arms. You see a pale, pallid face staring down at you, but it is not blue and it does not flicker, and it is angry and it is calling and it will have you, and you can feel the grip tighten around your throat, and you fall and fall and fall until you find yourself on your back, arms splayed, looking up at the metallic ceiling of the meditation chamber. I need you to take 2 points of strain for me. I'm going to be flipping one of your light side points to dark.
Fuck yes.
Nice. Nice.
Let's fucking go.
And even now, with the vision faded, just ever so slightly, you can feel that hand around your throat.
Hot.
Yeah, it is. It is hot. Just a little warm to the touch.
I think like Ronin, you just see her hand come up and like she's not grasping at her own throat, like she's like mirroring somebody else's grip on her throat, like she's like not trying to pull it away, but just like acknowledging the hand at her throat.
And just as you have that momentary like glance of an exchange, you hear a voice behind you, Odias. Preserver, we have arrived, or are at least as close as we can be here. We will need to send your ship down.
Hey.
I apologize.
Yes.
Was this a bad time?
I'm assuming
No.
This is Talisa, yes.
I'll say, yeah, no, not a bad time at all. That's fine. Yeah, we'll go down.
And I just hold my hand up for Ronin to lift me up to standing.
I do. I hope you stand.
Hand is
You all right?
her.
That was
Something is coming.
I love that on that line. I think we wipe to our next scene, if that's okay with y'all. And I think almost before the words are done, we start wiping. So you're still speaking over it as we see the screen transitioning. And the next thing we see is
before we.
Oh yeah, sure.
Before we do that, not that I want to do anything in this scene in particular. We can still do the wipe thing, but I'm just making I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know that Ronin would have let Talisa and whoever else is higher up in the command below me, of course.
Of course.
Because everybody is.
That's true, yeah.
Of the Mandalorians. That we have a mission to do, that we are seeking out to achieve some of our own goals that will help me and Odias gain power. We are being pursued by Jedi.
They
I let them
immediately are
know.
like, "We will kill Jedi then." That's
So
fine.
yeah, I'm running them down on almost everything. If I think they will accept the whole Sith thing, then I do let them
I will
know.
tell you, you might want to hold off on that just a touch, just for now.
Okay, cool.
Do the one
Obfuscate
cool
somewhat.
thing first, and then be like, "Okay, well, now that we spent a little time together."
Yeah, we're obfuscating on that, but other than that, letting them know kind of what the deal is,
For sure, yeah.
just so they know.
Yeah, and they're straight up like, you don't have to explain anything the moment you're like, yeah, there are Jedi on our tail. They're like, great, then there will be dead Jedi soon.
I think
That
Odias
immediately.
would like start to counteract that opinion and then go, no.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. The one thing I would like, I'll just type it out to X so that Ronin knows that like of my thoughts on the choking guy.
I think you've made clear to all of us your thoughts on the choking, but
No,
it's fine.
no, I've made clear to the audience my thoughts on the choking guy. I have other thoughts.
Fair. Okay, so we screen wipe to the ship sort of landing. There is torrential storms going on everywhere, and what we see through sort of the visor of your ship as it lands is all of this broken down, rusted, damaged, just collapsed industrial like framework, buildings and machines and parts of ships and vehicles, all of which are just destroyed. It's heaps of broken and forgotten things. It is very clear to you, even through the storms, so thick you can barely see, that this is a place that has long since been forgotten. Now, I will ask a question. Odias, do you bring the guide with you?
I think I hand him off to Ronin for the first time in 7 years.
Ooh.
I don't have it's on my hip now to burn it.
Ronin, when you take it...
Yeah, and I think it's very much I go to pick it up and I just look at it and I'm like, I cannot carry him, but he cannot stay on this ship.
I'll take him then.
And when you take it, it's warm, but not hot by any means. And you hang it on your hip and it feels good. There's something about it that feels right. Yes. And then you make your way out into the storms. They are loud and angry, and lightning crashes to the ground on either side of you constantly. But you know your immediate destination ahead of you. The coordinates that were so graciously granted to you before you collapsed Frida Nad into a screaming spacehead? Who knows? Lead you to this set of massive ruins. It's hard to tell what this may have ever been, but there is still a set of stairs leading down. It's wide enough that the two of you could even stay shoulder to shoulder if you'd like.
Kind of them.
Going down them takes you out of the storm, away from the rain, but you can hear the thunder still roaring around you, and every time it does, you can hear stone and rock and metal shake in every direction. And as you find yourselves deep into this tunnel beneath the earth, there's darkness. There is a flicker of light on occasion behind you as a bolt of lightning strikes at the stairs, but Aside from that, you can see nothing. What do you do?
I think I pull my lightsaber and use
Wonderful.
it as a light source.
Love that. Yeah, you pull it out and you ignite it, and it creates this faint glow around you, bathing you both.
In purple.
Yes. And you see broken, collapsed bits of stone and metal creating these strange winding tunnels in every direction. You see pieces of rotted wood and rusted metal that perhaps once upon a time told the story of a powerful or wealthy ruler, but now have been reduced to almost unrecognizable garbage. And you can both hear echoed through these halls. You are so close now. I will see you soon. And then it is followed by another loud clap of thunder.
To be clear, that wasn't Bane.
I mean, it wasn't the holocron.
That bitch. Okay. Cool. Cool. I just look at Ronan and I'm like, let's go.
Once more into the breach.
You proceed forward. The rain still heavy outside, creating echoed sheets throughout your walk. Occasionally you see things dripping through the cracks when they lined up ever so perfectly, creating small puddles that are unavoidable. As you get further in, you find that it opens into a large area in which there are almost perfectly preserved statues. Each you recognize as Bane, each the same as the last, save one. At the far end of the room, the statue is smaller, and you see that it's a woman with messy curls and the same sort of lined streaks that Bane had across his face, but in her grip is a dual-bladed saber, and she stands just out, head up. If anyone would like, you could roll me a lore intellect to see if maybe you know anything about this person.
Give it a crack.
Go for it. I'm going to say it's a difficulty of 4. But
Tough to
but I will say, Odias, for you specifically, you can roll with a boost die. I think that your time spent learning and training in similar areas may have provided you a bit more insight.
Gotcha.
Success and 3 threat.
Wonderful.
I'm so scared to hit this fucking button.
Now you got it.
Ooh, oh,
Hey,
nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
2 successes. No threat.
No threat. So you both recognize this figure. This is Darth Zana. Darth Zana was Bane's apprentice. Bane's final apprentice, at least. She was the one who would go on to continue the rule of 2. All the way down the line until a couple hundred years ago, Darth Sidious came so close. Now, the story of how she took her place from Bane is lost to time. But Ronin, as another flash of lightning breaks through some of the cracks that make up the stones in this place, you see a flash of a figure off down one of the tunnels. Short, but standing strong, messy curls, set yellow eyes watching you. And then she turns and walks away down that path.
I'll turn to Odias. I think this is where we split for now.
You hear a voice echoed through further in. You're not entirely sure whose or how they'd have gotten here. But it echoes, and then you feel the ground beneath you shake. Another clap of thunder, the crackling and breaking of stone, and then quickly it collapses around you. Rocks pouring on you from above. I'm going to need you both to tell me how, if at all, you're going to aim to avoid these falling rocks.
I'm gonna try and freeze them in the air because I don't know that I'm fast enough to get away from them, but I'm pretty sure I can bind them.
Like that. You can roll me a force check. Ronin, what are you gonna do?
We're of the same mind, bestie, because I was like, I think I used the move power to try to essentially kind of in my mind, right? There's an imaginary thing that I make when I do this.
Mhm.
But I kind of make like sort of like I can't describe it as anything better than like a spear umbrella kind of, in which the the like all the rocks just sort of move out of the way of me. Like I stay put where I'm at, but they're moved so that there's like split almost, so
Wonderful.
that they don't crash into me.
Why don't you also roll me a force check, Ronin?
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
Wow.
It's like the dice know we're about to be stuck with 2 Jedi each. For the audience, we both rolled 2 light side and 1 dark side.
So, you both throw your hands up, focusing on the force and drawing it to you in order to prevent the collapse. Odias, you manage to grasp a few of the larger chunks that are falling at you. And you begin to squeeze, holding them in place and breaking through them to create smaller, easier to manage rubble. Ronin, you begin to fling pieces to and fro to keep them from landing on you. Unfortunately, neither of you are quick enough to be able to entirely prevent this collapse. And so the rubble falls around you, giant plumes of dust rising up into the pouring, raining sky as stone collapses in on you. And Ronin, you find yourself once again in the dark. Odias, you don't, though. Or you would hope not to be. Except your blade flickers and goes out. And you feel that hand ever so slightly on your throat. And I think this is just about where we're going to end things for today. Thank you so much, my two wonderful chaos children, for being here with me. Our preserver, our night sister, for being a part of this. I think we'll go in reverse order this time. So, Cass, why don't you tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, what you're getting up to, and whatever else you'd like to talk about?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Cassidy, better known as Yoda or Yoda Almighty. I have been your Darth Odias. Holidays, PAX EU coming up, so you will not see me back on your screens until I believe December 12th. Maybe. Hard maybe on that. Wait, hold on. That would be maybe for Redacted over on Live from the Apocalypse. The following Thursday, because I alternate my Thursdays, would be over on Entropy Emporium playing God Complex, our Girl by Moonlight campaign.
So
I am actual cannibal Troyan Moat now. And Redacted has been on a little break, but we're going to come back and it's going to be great. And then I will be GMing for the very first time for the 12 Days of Hazmith over on Live from the Apocalypse. I'm taking the Saturday morning slot, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Running a game of how the Green Man stole Hazmus. The Green Man from the Mountain stole Hazmus.
The legally distinct Green Man from the Mountain.
Legally distinct, not actually the Grinch. And none of the players are going to be legally distinct Seuss-inspired characters. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna run a heist as an elite team of thieves to steal Hazmus, still Hazmus from the town of Hoomst. So if you want to sign up for that, actually go join the Live from the Apocalypse Discord. Signups are going on through the next 3 days, I think. Yes. Yeah, I think by Tuesday. When is the 26th? I don't know. What is time? Anyway, but if you're going to be at PAX U, I will be around. I will be rolling around. You actually, myself, Elsie, and Caitlin will all be there. So, you know, I don't know if I'm going to bring my costume yet. I'm going to have to talk to Elsie and see if we're going to do a thing. Anyway, yeah, not much going on for the holidays other than my regular games on Thursdays. You can normally find me on the second Sunday of the month, also on Singularity playing City of Mist, but I will be at PAX for that game. So, yeah, that's kind of it for December. I might pop up in a one shot here or there. We don't know yet. But yeah, check out Hazmus over on Live from the Apocalypse. We're raising money for charity. So, yeah. Thanks.
It's my turn. Hello, everybody. I'm me, and you are you. And that's awesome. First off, I'm Extell, aka at Extra the King on all the socials. Excuse me. Is it? No, I'm fine. Okay. You can catch me here every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern for this right here. This, which is amazing. I'm a king now. Hello, and Ronin's gonna make it everybody's problem. I think there's nothing I can plug right now outside of I'm on All Our Faults on Tabletop Tail Spinners Network. I think I always get it messed up, but something like that. All Our Faults is a podcast for Monster Hearts where I play Solomon, the werewolf skin, and it's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful time. So you should check it out. Other than that, I don't believe I can say it yet for things else I have. So you'll have to just wait and see. You're gonna find out, you know. Just wait and follow me on the socials and you'll see it eventually about what the things I'm doing. Yes, I'm almost start playing. There we go. Things escape from me. I'm gonna start playing. You can sign up for my 2 more slots available for Vampire Game Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. as when we start, and then Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern is my werewolf game, which there's 5 slots. There's no one in the game yet. 3 are needed to start. Come on by and howl at the moon in LA. It's a great time. But yeah, that is all I have, I believe. If there's anything more, again, follow me on socials and you'll find out.
Also, go join the Start Playing Games. Do yourself the favor. Extell's an amazing GM, and you need to be at that table. I guess that leaves me.
Vampires are having a great time.
Oh, hell yeah, I imagine. Oof.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves me. Hey, y'all, it's Drake Lionheart. I go by Lion. I am the creative director for Tales from the Table Studios. I'm the studio director from Tales from the Table Studios. We're doing some relabeling. It's fine. Either way, you can find me at It's Drake Lionheart pretty much everywhere. I think except Twitter, where it's still the Lion Knight 42 for reasons. Or at TFTT Studios across all socials, where it may not always be me, but I'll still be around. With that said, you can, if you want to see these amazing people and all the other stuff. Oh, yeah. If you want to see these amazing people and all the other stuff that they are doing, I don't know why my brain just glitched there, but it's fine. We're fine. Hello, how are you? You can do that over on our Discord. We've got an amazing channel set up that you can go to and check out. It's got all of the cool stuff that they're doing, where they're doing it, where you can find them on socials, and all of that. You can also come pop in and say hi, all is well. How are you doing? All of the fun things. You know, we've got a great community there of wonderful, amazing people, creatives, and human beings. Come be a part of it. We'd love to have you. It's also the best way to keep up to date with any of the projects and programs that we've got going on. You'll see me again here next week, like every week, as I continue to take our wonderful Jedi and non-Jedi persons through their wonderful quest to see where their paths take them and if ever they intertwine. But you will also be able to find me over on Live from the Apocalypse in a couple of weeks after a session of Path of the Fates, actually, where I will be taking the slot following Cass's game for Hasmus, where we're going on a Hasnuka hunt. Someone has been stealing all of the menorah candles and menorahs from the town of Layton, New York, and we're going to bring in some monster hunters to figure out what's up with that. It's going to be Monster of the Week. It's going to be a great time. Join us for that. I'm pretty sure we're raising money for medical aid for Palestinians, but I could be wrong. Cass is nodding, so that seems like correct. It's very exciting. It's a lot of hype. I can't wait for it. We've still got people, they've still got signups open for a couple days, like Cass said. If you're interested in being a part, please go check it, because I would love to have you at the table. It's going to be a wonderful time. I think that's pretty much everything that we got to go over right now. There's stuff I also can't talk about just yet, but we're going to get there. Oh boy, we're prepping to start 2025, which I still can't believe is a real thing, but we're prepping to start 2025 with a bang. So we're going to have some updates in the coming weeks. It's going to be a great time. But until then, you know the drill. Take care of yourself, love yourself, do the things you got to do, eat enough food, drink enough water, and always remember to tell your tales. We love you so much. Always take care of yourself. And we'll see you back here next week. Well, at least I will. We'll see about them. Bye.
Bye.